stream to the public, and then I will share my screen with the agenda and we will begin. Go ahead and do that. Okay, so with that said, again, welcome all to February 26th meeting of ICC. I always put the agenda on the slides for any members of the public that would like to go ahead and take a look at it, or if you want to pull it up in another tab or something, you're always welcome to do that. Obviously, the agendas are always sent out on my Monday emails, so if you want to open up that email, that link is also in there. So yeah, at this time, I would like to go ahead and start this meeting at 12:09 officially, so we can go ahead and get started with that. So I'm going to go ahead and do roll call to establish a quorum. So I know some of you might not be on this list. Stick around after so we can figure out, what's going on with your club. The list that I'm pulling from are the people that registered on Lancer Life a couple weeks ago, and also if they wanted to participate in Club Rush. So I'm going to go ahead and move to that so we can go ahead and take attendance. So the way this is going to work is if you are here for your club, just unmute yourself and verbally say here. I'm not checking the chat at this time because I know we have to go ahead and verbally speak it for the record. So if you could do that for me, I appreciate it. So, all right, I'm going to zoom in so you can all see this if I miss anything. So Amend, are you here?
Here, Amend is here.
Thank you. Active Minds?
Here.
Armenian Students Association?
Over here.
CARP?
Here.
Catholic Student Fellowship?
Present.
InterVarsity Christian Fellowship?
Here.
Thank you. Circle K?
Here.
College Leap?
College Leap here.
Chinese Students and Scholars Association?
Here.
Diakonos?
Here.
PCC Global Club? Is Global Club here? International Christian Fellowship?
Here.
Lancer Motorsports?
Here.
Caduceus Club? Caduceus Club here?
Here.
A clean room is basically a space where they vacuumed.
All right, thank you. Omicron Mu Delta? OMD?
Here.
Paralegal Association? Is Paralegal Association here? Christians on Campus?
Here.
Pi Club?
Here.
Pre-Law Club? Is Pre-Law Club here? Is Psychology Club here? Psychology Club? No? Puente Club?
Here.
Queer Alliance?
Here.
First?
Here.
Rising? Rising or UWB? SACNUS?
Here.
SCTA? Is SCTA here?
Yes. Here.
SHIP?
Here.
Third Wave Feminist Club?
Here.
Club Italia?
Here.
Debating Society? Haunting Hour?
Here.
Philosophy Club? Is Philosophy Club here? Pineapple Hospitality?
Here.
Registered Nursing Club?
Here.
And Ujima? Is Ujima here? Okay, let me go ahead and do a sort because I know some people might have technical difficulties. So last call for Global Club. Is Global Club here? Okay, Paralegal, Pre-Law, Psychology.
Psychology Club is here.
Okay. Rising, or formerly known as UWB. Is UWB here? Philosophy Club and Ujima Club. No, okay, all right. Let me go ahead and do a sort super quick and we'll go back to this. Copy, paste. All right. So we went ahead and established a quorum here. Thank you for those of you who are here on behalf of your club. Next, we're going to go ahead and approve the agenda. I'm going to go ahead and throw it up on the screen here super quick if you want to go ahead and peruse it. So we have the roll sheet here. Just some.
I'm sorry, excuse me, Chris. This is CSF. In the chat, it says psychology is here. My mic was not working. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, I believe there are two members representing psychology here. So I went ahead and put them down as here. One person did say here for them earlier.
Okay.
All right, thank you. So with the agenda, just a couple of action items, just some discussion items. Yeah. So if it all looks good, I would like to now entertain a motion to approve the agenda for February 26, 2021. Can I have a first, please?
CSF first, the motion.
Okay, CSF first and first
Simba
second.
seconds.
Okay, and then Simba, I will put you down as a third. So with that said, are there any opposed to that motion? Any abstentions? Abstentions means you don't vote yes or no, you just refrain from voting. All right. So if there are no opposed or abstentions, this motion has passed by unanimous majority. Thank you for that. Next, we're going to go ahead and approve the minutes. So minutes are here, and this was from way back in November 2020, ancient history at this point, but these are the minutes. I sent them out earlier this week in the email. Yeah, anyone has any questions or concerns, please raise them now, but if there are none, I would like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes from November 20th, 2020's meeting. Can I have a first for that?
Amend first the motion.
Okay, a couple people popped up there. So who was that first? We can unmute yourself and state your club.
Amend.
Okay,
Nope.
amend first. I have a second.
Chinese Student and Scholars Association.
Okay, CSSA, you second, right?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, are there any opposed to approving those minutes? Unmute yourself and say so, please. Any abstentions? Unmute yourself and say so. Okay, thank you so much. That motion has approved by majority. So with that said, let me go ahead and move forward then to executive board reports. So I always like to do this as a little tradition of mine at the beginning of every semester. I know we're super remote, or we're remote this year, so I know it's probably a good idea to go ahead and do this, especially now. But if any of the executive board are here and would like to introduce yourselves and kind of what you do in your position, yeah, go ahead and unmute yourself and step up, please.
So I can go first.
Sure.
So hello, folks. My name is Jasmine Lopez. My pronouns are she, her, ellas, and I am your Vice President of Student Equity. What my committee does is we identify the equity gaps on campus, and we work towards advocating them for the needs of the students. So if you all would like to come and join us next week on Thursday, we have our committee meeting from 2:15 to 3:45. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jasmine. Anybody else from the board want to go ahead and introduce themselves?
Right, I can introduce myself. So hey everybody, my name's Felicia Sui. I'm the VP of Public Relations. So if you see any social media graphics, it's most likely going to be me. And right now we are posting executive board introductions. So if you see us on Instagram or follow our Instagram, you'll be able to see like video introductions and quick kind of intros to what we do on the board this coming week. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks everyone.
All right, thank you, Philly. Is there anyone else from the board? I'm trying to look here, but I think that's all we have today. If not, and you're interested in getting in touch with any of the board, I left their email addresses up here so you can take a screenshot, or I'll be sending out these slides next Monday, as I always do. So if you want that information, you can go ahead and grab that from here. But seeing that I don't think we have any other AS board members, I'll go ahead and move forward with my report. A little bit of a lot, but as again, always tradition in AS meetings, I want to go ahead and acknowledge that we are performing this meeting today on the native land of the Hahamanga tribe of the Tonga Nation. Again, just honoring those that came before us. So with that, I also want to go ahead and mention that there is an ICC calendar for spring 2021. I'm sure you all are familiar with this document if you've been getting my emails. And I also realized that this page has changed a couple of times in terms of what the dates are. And I know the column is missing from here. So, you know, things are always fluid, especially during these times. But I will say that if I do change any dates or anything, I will always let you know. But also that I will always update this Google Calendar. So if you have a Google account, which I'm sure you all do because you all have a student account, student email address, you can always subscribe to his calendar and there will always be the relevant dates and links if you want to go ahead and subscribe to that. See, so every time you click, there's a Zoom link. So there shouldn't be any issues trying to get to any of the meetings there. So if you want to go ahead and subscribe to that, I will be sending out a link in the email on Monday, as I always do. With that said, I also want to go ahead and give you all some information on how to contact me this semester. Seeing that, you know, again, we're remote and you can't just come into the office and talk to me. I know I would love that, but unfortunately, that's not the reality we're in right now. You can always book me for office hours. I always send this link again in my emails. If you correspond with me via email in my email signature, there's always that link via Calendar to book me. You can go ahead and click through. It would generate a Zoom link. It will send you the information. It's all automated, so I get a notification too, so we can have like a one-on-one session. If you have just any general questions that you don't want to meet over Zoom about, or you just kind of want to just drop it in and leave a comment, you can always email me at that email address. And I also opened up a phone number too. So for people that, if it's easier for them to communicate over voice than typing out something, you can go ahead and leave a voicemail and I'll return your call from that number. It's not my personal phone number. It's just the AS number. I just figured it would just be a good way for people to reach out if a phone is all they have. With that, just a quick announcement about the Virtual Club Rush VCR, not the videotape, it's the Virtual Club Rush. It's going to be launching next week. And I want to give you all a big hand for those of you who were brave enough to be in a Zoom call with me and be interviewed for that session. The link is live right now. It just hasn't been publicized yet, but if you all want early access to that, you can go ahead and copy the link that you see on your screen. I'm going to click through here. But all the videos are up. They're all, if it loads here, they're all categorized. They're all with your beautiful smiling faces, and you can go ahead and play them and see how it turned out. I try my best with editing. I'm not, professional or anything, but hopefully, I think it really represents you all well. Yeah. So with that, it's not on here, but I also want to go ahead and introduce our new Icc Parliamentarian. Henry, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself super quick.
Hello guys, my name is Henry. We work with you as the Parliamentarian. If you guys want to know officially what that means I just use the Robert's rules and let you know how you're doing on that and make sure you guys stay good. But luckily, Chris is excellent at running these meetings, so you guys are in great hands. So I'm just here to answer any questions you guys might have about that. Personal information, I've been a political science and history student here at PCC for a long time. Really enjoy it. Super happy to be working with you guys. I enjoy seeing all the clubs, and I always liked Club Rush when it was in person, so I'll look forward to seeing it virtually. So keep up the good work.
Okay, thank you, Henry. And yeah, Henry will be our parliamentarian for spring. He's going to be in charge of procedures, motions, constitutions, all that stuff. So get to know him. He's a cool person. Yeah, so with that, we'll go ahead and move forward to our next item, which is advisor comments. And Carrie, I'll stop sharing my screen because I know you have a slideshow prepared. think she's getting her mic unmuted
Yep.
there for a second. Okay.
Yeah, when you have two screens, it gets a little crazy. Okay, so I'm going to try and go through this quickly. If you have questions, feel free to, I'll ask you to raise your hand, and if Chris, you can watch that. And we
Sure.
can go on, folks. So welcome to spring, everybody. Welcome to spring. Excited to have you all back. I just want to go over a few things so that we know what's going on. First of all, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Carrie Fuso. I realize I see a lot of you in person, and it's not the same when you see me over Zoom. So just so you know what I do, my name's Carrie Fuso. My pronouns are she and her, student life advisor, and things that I do. Off the top of my head, I advise associate students. I provide support to your clubs and organizations. I also run Lancer Life with the support of Chris. I do lead something called Cardinal Gold, which is a student leadership organization. We're in a little bit of hiatus right now. We're trying to figure out how to come back online. I'm also a Safe Zone ally trainer, and that means that I work with training faculty, staff, and students on how to be allies to undocumented students as well as the LGBTQ community. I do a lot of leadership training, like I said, also outside of that, and I also advise do your advisor training. On the other hand, I know this looks intimidating. These are also the things that I do. In my personal life, I am a puppy raiser for Guide Dogs to the Blind. That's a picture of my second dog who failed out. She didn't want to be a guide dog. That's Waffle. I'd like to travel, and I'm in grad school. And I started thinking, what else do I do besides grad school? And I think, no, actually, all I do right now is grad school. So that is also me. So feel free. I will give you my email address. I generally I set aside mornings for conferences. So my email would be there, and you can always contact me if you have questions. And like I said, I generally set aside Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday mornings to take meetings. So if you would like to meet with me, that's when I have time. Then I also have time set aside on Thursday afternoons. Also, I'm part of a larger office, and there's a lot of folks in there. And unfortunately, I didn't have pictures for all of them. Dr. Rebecca Cobb, she's the Dean of Students. She also handles discipline. So I hope you never have to see her for discipline, but she's also a very good advisor and a lot of support for clubs and students. She's very student-centered. We have Chanina Sturgis. Her name is spelled a little bit funny. I know people, it's pronounced Chanina, but it's really Cianina, how it's written. I call her a front desk goddess. She's the one who handles all of your forms on Lancer Life. So any club information, any scheduling information, Chanina knows all of that. She generally is the one who I have going through approving all of your forms and your club meetings. Sharon Hinton, you all want to know and love her, especially if you have anything to do with money. She is our bookkeeper, and she's the one that helps process all of our payments. A little bit later, I'll go over how we're processing payments because we are remote. Matthew Morgan Pegues, he is the Cross-Cultural Center Coordinator. He runs programs and activities that raise awareness around diversity issues and equity issues, and he's a lot of fun to work with and is a great mentor. So if you're interested in doing any sort of programming, joint programming, talk to Matthew. Another big hint with Matthew is that he does have access to some money. So a lot of times if you're thinking about doing something or bringing a speaker on and you don't know where to get the money from and you can't get it from ICC, Matthew might have some money, as well as working with Jasmine. You met her earlier in this meeting. Last person is Jordan Orozco. Jordan Orozco is our student life assistant. He currently has limited hours because he's also going to grad school and holds down another. But you may see him at events and activities, and he's also available. He's a former AS president. So he understands club life, he understands student life, so he's also available for support if you have any questions. So moving into things, club activities. I know things, if you haven't figured it out, there are no face-to-face activities. We do not sanction any face-to-face activities or meetings. So you can do a bunch of other things besides that, but you can't meet face-to-face as an official club activity. There's nothing that will allow you to do that, okay? Unless you live in the same house with another club member, then you all can be together because you're in your pod or your circle together. But no, we're not going to allow you to have large group activities. You can mainly have Zoom meeting speakers, activities, those types of activities are okay. I know for most of you, your Zoom accounts are 45 minutes. So those are given to you by the school. Please make sure you work with your advisor. Your advisor has the meeting schedule. They can help schedule your regular meeting times, and that way you can go as long as you like. Also, as a reminder, your advisor must be present at all your meetings regardless. Now that we're online, they still have to be there. Please make sure that they're there. And also, just as a heads up, there are to be no activities during dead week. So dead week and finals, that's the week before finals and the week of finals. I will not allow any activities. So if you want to do activities, you got to already X those 2 weeks off your schedule. Please plan to do things in advance for that. All right. Carrie, people ask me, Carrie, if we can't meet in person, what are some other things that we can do? We found out we're getting very creative. There's a lot of online games that you can play. You can have photo contests or scavenger hunts for your club. That has been really a lot of fun. You ask them to go find a hairbrush, or you go ask them to find a flag or a picture of a family member or an animal. Those types of things have been really fun. You can do scavenger hunts if you want them to get used to what's going on campus. You can have them, challenge them to find things on their website. It's a lot of fun. If you want speakers, Caduceus, find some, Caduceus is really good about this. They find speakers. Psychology Club is doing that as well. Find speakers so you can come to your meetings. The nice thing is, because everyone is via Zoom, you have the opportunity to take advantage of people in other time zones or whom you probably could not have gotten travel costs. So look for speakers. You can also do solo or quarantining. And what I mean by quarantining, if it's someone who you currently live with or is in your quarantine bubble, so you see them all the time. If you want to do volunteering, we are not requiring clubs to do volunteering yet. We're trying to figure out a way to do it so that it's safe. But there are things that can be done. You can do a beach cleanup, go to a park and pick up. You can do online tutoring. You can raise funds for a food bank or donate. So there are things that you can do as a club. We're going to give you a list of some other things later that are specifics. Lancer Life. So Lancer Life is life now. We are fully transitioned over to Lancer Life. It is our online engagement platform. We love this because the public can see it. The public can go into it. If I'm a new student or from a high school student thinking I want to come here, I can go look and see what clubs and activities are there. The reason why we have, like currently, I think we have 55 people in this meeting, but we only called 36 clubs, is because those are the 36 clubs that are registered. To be registered and chartered and recognized as a club for campus, you must have a presence on Lancer Life. And the more robust that presence is, the more likely you're going to get people interested in your club. Prime example I'm going to give you is French Club. Go take a look, go to lancerlife.pasadena.edu, look up the French Club. They've got pictures, they post news stories, they have events going on, and I think they've got like 100 and some plus members. So it's really about engaging with folks. It's really a good idea to see if you can maximize your presence there. This is where we can publicize your events, like French Club does put stuff out about what they're doing. It's a way that the public, so your professors, your classmates, just send them to Lancer Life and they can look and see your events. It also has the ability to create events and you could track your students. So if you hold something that's really big and you get a lot of folks to it, you can track your students. And you can say who came to your event, so that way you can invite them to join your club. It allows you to hold elections. You can keep track of your members. It's really handy. It's like Facebook for clubs. And I know a lot of you will have Facebook, but the nice thing about this is that people can find this without any problem. And again, the address is lancerlife.pasadena.edu. So the 20 odd clubs that were not called, I would suggest that after the meeting today, you hop online there and you look and you create your club presence, and you will be chartered the next meeting that we have. Money. As always, I'll review this again, and Chris will send out Chris has got a great PowerPoint step-by-step with links. I just want to let you know there are new rules, and because of where we are with COVID, you have to allow extra time. We used to be able to turn stuff around in 2 or 3 days. Now that's more like 2 weeks getting signatures. So just make sure that you have all your original receipts. Make sure that you follow all of our processes. We'll mail that to you with the step-by-step instructions. We must make sure that we have this so that everyone can share and get what they need taken care of, okay? So I'll give this slide deck to Chris. All of your advisors have already gotten this information if they've gone through advisor training. So as long as your advisor's gone through advisor training, they're enrolled in the Canvas shell, and all of these financial rules are listed there. We're just going to go through them very quickly. We will go through them in more depth later. and certainly at the ICC training. But please make sure you know that we've got some new rules coming up. So, Chris, there's stuff coming up in the chat, and I just can't check to see if there's questions.
Yeah, just someone wants to look at the stream, but Philly took care of it. Thank you, Philly.
So also tech. So remember I told you earlier things that you can use. I like folks use Slack to keep yourselves organized and you keep your organization running. That's a great way to get folks together. GroupMe is a group text option to keep everyone together. Fun things that you can do, myquiz.org. So if you have a meeting and you want to do some fun things, you could create a quiz. You can create a quiz around the theme of your club. Or you could just do one of their stock quizzes. That's a fun way to kind of get folks together. Jackbox games. Oh my God, they're so much fun. They are. We play them a lot, and we play them a lot with AS on Discord, and that's just really, really a lot of fun. Speaking of Discord, if you're not aware of it, AS has a Discord site. If Philly, you could throw the Discord link in the chat, that would be great. It's a great place to meet. It has meeting rooms. It has a lot more capability. To me, it's a lot more native than Zoom. Zoom's like only one person can talk. Discord, more than people can talk. People engage. It's a lot of fun. You can stream movies there, and you can play Jackbox, which is really fun. One other game I do want to let you know about is something called Scribia, which is another game. Again, if you're looking for things how to engage your students and how to engage your friends, it's a great way. Also, as an FYI, what's coming up on March 23rd, we have booked a virtual game room, virtual escape room. I don't know if any of you have heard about those. They're very much like the real world escape rooms where we can put your entire club in a room. You have to work together to solve puzzles, to undo locks, to get out of the room. And the group that completes it the fastest will be the winner. And there might be some prizes involved with that, but we're really excited. It's going to be March 23rd, and we're going to encourage, as we get closer, group team sign up so that way you can all participate. I think we have space for 100 folks. That would be really fun if we want to have maybe a club competition going on. COVID update. So first caveat to this, everything is fluid. And when I say fluid, this is what I was told last week. I'm going to go into a training on next week, Wednesday, and things might totally change. But as a staff person, what I've been told for summer of 21, there will be limited return to class on campus, mainly classes that have to come on campus for hands-on labs, like automotive, chemistry, but very, very limited. Fall 21, we're looking to open that up. We don't know how much. It's a partial return to class. And so we don't know exactly. So we're still working on all that, but we anticipate more folks coming back. Winter 21, guess what? We don't have winter 21. Please make a note of that. Tell your club members. If you were planning on having a winter intersession, the college calendar has changed. We no longer have winter 21. So please take that off your schedule. Spring 22, we are not laying any bets on that because that is so far out. It's hard to say if we're going to see another surge. It's hard to say what the vaccine's going to do. We don't know. The gamble is that we're going to be back, but we don't know. But I did want to give you all that update. And again, the caveat is all of this could change next week. The virus, we are at the whim of the virus, and the best laid plans, right, always go awry. We don't know what's going to happen, but I wanted to give you a little bit of framework what's coming up. Last thing is, this is my email address. Please email me if you want to set up appointments. Again, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning, all day Thursday, I've got open. Please let me know if you want to have any meetings. So thank you very much. I know that was very quick, but I wanted to get that to you so that we're starting off on the right foot. So thank you all. I'll look at the chat and I'll respond to questions in the chat.
All right, thank you so much, Carrie. Let me go ahead and take my camera back on. Yeah, so if there are any questions, feel free to email Carrie. If Carrie's not available, you can email me and vice versa. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen again so we can move on the meeting. So next, we always have an item for public comment. Our public comment method is through YouTube. I'm looking at the YouTube and there is no comments in the live chat, but I know there is a lag. So I will announce it if anything does pop up. Next is ICC announcements. So if any club has any upcoming meeting or events they want to go ahead and advertise, just super quickly, like a 30-second announcement, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and say so. But yeah, is there anyone that has anything that's coming up that they want to talk about or?
Hi, everyone. My name is Richard Sakura, the Executive Vice President of Student California Teachers Association here at Pasadena City College. I would like to invite everyone to our meetings on Thursdays from 12 to 1. If there's any more information, please just look us up on Lancer Life and we'll be able to reach you back shortly. All right.
Okay, thank you, Richard.
Hi.
Sophia?
Yeah, my name is Sophia and I'm from the Catholic Student Fellowship Club. And we just had our first meeting in spring and we saw some new faces. We're very happy with that and we welcome everyone to join us. We meet as well on Thursdays from 12:05 p.m. to 12:45 p.m. to give students some time to catch a break or have their lunch. We welcome everyone and we hope to see you there.
All right.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jasmine. Once again, I am part of the formerly incarcerated Radical Scholars Team Club on campus. And our first meeting is going to be held on March 1st. That was a pun intended. And we will have this meeting focusing on the different projects that specifically Cecilia Bachmann has organized inside a couple classes, food justice and mental health access. So if you all are interested in learning about any of these social justice frameworks, please come through. We're very popular on Instagram, so catch us on there, and we will also post on Master Live. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jasmine from First. And just one last comment before we move forward here. So anybody else? Okay, thank you for those of you who are brave enough to step up and talk about your meetings. Yeah, so for any people that are interested in attending meetings, they should be posted them on Lancer Life. So if you forget, no worries, you can go ahead and visit that platform and you should have a link there. Next is action items, and I know this is kind of what everybody is here for today. We have a whole bunch of people to charter, but before I go ahead and jump into that list, I will say, I know there are a lot of people here that are not going to be on this list. Stick around after and we'll figure out what's going on. The situation in a lot of instances, which is kind of unfortunate, but I don't think I'm going to, you know, I don't want to cast doubt on anybody because it's the pandemic, but a lot of club members have kind of left their positions and didn't exactly leave anything for their successors. So that's probably why, you know, you're a little bit confused and disoriented, but don't worry, stick around after and we'll try and get that stuff fixed up. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the list now for people to be chartered, and we'll go ahead and make a motion once I read out all the clubs. So let me go ahead and zoom in here so you can all see this. So I'm going to go ahead and it's going to be long, but it has to be done for the record. I'm going to go ahead and read these names out. Let me go ahead and freeze the first row in alphabetical order, and we'll go ahead and charter them in one big, nice, tidy motion. So at this time, I would like to go ahead and entertain a motion to charter amend Active Minds, Alpha Gamma Sigma, Armenian Students Association, Caduceus Club, CARP, Catholic Student Fellowship, Chinese Students and Scholars Association, Christians on Campus, Circle K International, Club Italia, College League PCC, Debating Society of PCC, Diagnos, First, French Club, Green Lancer Club, Haunting Hour, International Christian Fellowship, InterVarsity Christian Fellowship, Japanese Social Club, Lancer Motorsports, Omicron Mu Delta, Pi Club, Pineapple Hospitality Club, Psychology Club, Puente Club, Queer Alliance, Registered Nursing Club, SACNUS, SHIP, SCTA, Third Wave Feminist Club, and Ujima, which I know is supposed to be here, but I think when I copy paste it, it's missing. But do I have a first to charter all of the stated clubs?
Chris, Catholic Student Fellowship, first chartering all listed clubs.
Okay.
Ship seconds.
Okay, Ship seconds. Okay. Are there any opposed to that chartering motion? Any abstentions? You can go ahead and mute yourself and say so. Okay, all right. So one nice tidy motion. We have selected all of these clubs to be chartered for ICC Spring 2021. So congratulations. And yeah, good luck with all of your clubs there moving forward. So I will say, now that I did charter you all, and if your name was called out, you are held responsible to attending all of future meetings and doing, as Carrie said, what you're supposed to do with your club, which is have a landslide profile, make sure you turn in all the paperwork. And again, attendance is always recorded. So if you have more than 3 absences, you are subject to dechartering. So make sure you attend these meetings and sign up for my emails if you have not yet. Okay, so that is that action item 1 and done. We're going to go ahead and talk about the funding committee elections. And this one is going to be a little bit interesting, to put it the least, because I know I typically do this in separate meetings. We nominate people and then we close nominations and we elect people, but seeing that there's going to be a lot of funding requests that are be coming in super soon, I want to go ahead and get this committee on board. Move forward with that. So Carrie, I know you had a few words to talk about before I go ahead and move deeper into this motion, if you have anything to say.
So I really, I don't know if anyone knows about what this committee does. I know Chris explained a little bit in the newsletter, but this one, because it used to only meet once or twice a semester, but because the way we've structured funding now, it requires that you meet on a regular basis. And so one thing I really want to encourage you is to think about your schedule, to think if you have time to meet. So basically the time frame is that after every ICC meeting like today, there would be another meeting around 4 to 4:30, and that one would be to review applications and requests. And we do that so that way we can make sure that folks get this in a timely manner. We had some problems last year with reliability, with people not showing up, people not being able to access the meeting. You have to be able to work your Zoom, you have to be able to, or you have to be able to call in. And on top of that, you have to do some work. So, and you need to be able to understand the structure. So, you know, Chris is going to review some of this, but if you are struggling with your schoolwork, if you're struggling with your time management, if you're struggling with your technology, I'd really, I thank you for wanting to serve, but maybe look at another committee, only because this one, if we don't have quorum, we can't fund. And I already know that there's probably 4 groups that are backlogged who want this to happen right away, who are looking to get funded by next week because they've got stuff that's in the works. So really, please do consider carefully your participation. We need folks to be able to do this one, and they need to be consistent. Thanks, Chris.
All right, thank you, Carrie. Let me share my screen again. So yeah, as Carrie stated, I don't want to scare anyone away because everyone here who's an ICC representative has the right to be on this committee, but I will say this committee, this semester especially, is more important than ever, because as you see here on number 1, Carrie and I want to go ahead and start to reform the funding process to make it more equitable for clubs, not just this semester, but in every semester moving forward for ICC. So you are literally determining the future of what this process is going to look like for people that are going to come after you. So I hope you take that into consideration when you're stepping in, and make sure you have your critical thinking cap on when you're in our meetings, so that we can go ahead and contribute towards a more reformed, better process for everybody. The other thing too is, yes, there is a technology piece to this. Unfortunately, I know not everybody is technically literate, but I will ask that you be somewhat comfortable with navigating interfaces and spreadsheets and stuff, because I'm going to ask you as part of the committee to help me out with that process. The way it has worked in the fall, and it will work for this semester, is people are going to continue turning in forms on Lancer Life, and we're going to give you backroom access to look at that paperwork. So yes, A, make sure all that stuff is kept confidential, but B, also make sure you know how to examine those documents, navigate through the landslide interface, press approve and deny, how to add comments to the paperwork, so that when we meet, our meetings go smooth and we can just get people through the door with the money they need to they need to have for their events. So those are the general responsibilities I want to go over before we go ahead and move into people stepping up and electing people today. So are there any questions with that? I know that was a lot to dump on you all about what this committee is and what it does. Are there any questions before we move into asking who wants to be part of this committee? No, yes, I don't bite. Seriously, any questions at all? Because I know funding last semester was kind of a bear. So I don't want that to be the same for this semester if there are any concerns or confusions about that. Nope. You're all so quiet. Okay. All right. Oh, Henry, you had something to say? No? Okay. All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and then type in the list of people who want to be a part of this committee. So I will say, yeah, you generally have to be an ICC representative. And again, you also should probably, yes, Carrie, go ahead.
What's your agenda item? It's nominations, right?
No, it's elections.
It's elections. Okay, so what you need to do is you probably need to have people nominate themselves to run.
Okay, we're doing that. Okay, all right.
Unless, do you have? It should be like, how are you going to do that?
I was just going to get a list of people who are interested and then do a vote. But if we need to make separate action motions to nominate people, close nominations and elect, I'm okay with that too, Carrie.
What is on your agenda? What does it say?
It just says elections, so it's just a general catch-all.
Okay, so people can just put their name out there. Just have people put their name out.
Okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, so for anybody who's interested in sitting on a committee, you can unmute yourself and say, I'm interested, or you can type it in the chat. I'll go ahead and give you all 3-4 minutes to go ahead and do that. Maybe 3 minutes, because I know we're a little bit short on time here, but let me go ahead and put down Caduceus Club. I got you. Anybody else? I would like to have 4 max, at least 3, but 4, so we have 1 alternate. Catholic students. Anybody else? Again, very important job. Sylvia. Okay, anybody else? Okay, Faison from Amend. Anybody else?
You can type it in the chat and we can read it for you.
Yeah, Faison, if you want to go ahead and do that, we can do that. Anybody else? Yes, no? Okay, Third Wave from Taylor from Third Wave. And then anybody else after Taylor here? I'm looking at the clock, so I'm going to close this out at 12:53-ish. Anybody? Again, I don't buy. It's fun. It's a lot of work, but it is fun. In years past, we would give you free food. We can't do that this semester, but hopefully Carrie and I will find an equivalent for that. So anybody else? Okay, 12:53. So the current people that I have that are going to be running are Caduceus Club, Catholic Students, InterVarsity Christian Fellowship, Amend, and Third Wave. So the next step in this process is to go ahead and for you nominees, if you want to go ahead and share a brief speech, just a quick 30-second, 1-minute speech about why you think you should be on the committee. So the rest of the folks here can consider you. You can go ahead. I don't want to put anybody on the spotlight. So if you do not want to make a speech, you do not have to. But if anybody from this grouping of clubs that stepped up wants to make a speech, you can go ahead and mute yourself and introduce yourself and give your little spiel there. So anybody from Caduceus Club, Catholic Students, InterVarsity, Amend, or Third Wave?
You know, I'll just go. I'll spite it.
Sure. No,
okay.
Thank you.
Go.
Hello, fellow ICC members. My name is Taylor. My pronouns are she, her, and ella. I am the ICC rep for the Third Wave Intersectional Feminist Club, or Third Wave Feminist Club. Honestly, I saw this email when we said that we were looking for funding committee members, and I was like, I don't know if that's something that I'd necessarily be good at. But as somebody that is kind of an older student, I'm 26. I've held managerial positions. I've had to work on budget committees. My dad, I've worked with my dad before, and he runs a store, and so I've had to help him with that stuff. I'd like to think that I can put my creative thinking cap on whenever need be. And honestly, I'm just down to help out more with this, with the ICC group, because I feel like, I don't know, why not get involved? So that's my little spiel. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Taylor, for that perspective. Anybody else from Amend, InterVarsity, Catholic, or Caduceus want to do the same?
Yes. Hi, everyone. So this is Miss Sophia from Catholic Student Fellowship. And I have some experience. I've been in the past PTA treasurer, and I've helped with other things in the school regarding funding. And I also have lots of experience with last year, this being my first introduction to this system. And I've learned a lot, and I'm willing to put that experience and knowledge forth to help anyone that may need help, and to do my best as part of the ICC funding committee. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else here? I'm just gonna go for two more. Matt.
I'll say something.
Go ahead.
I'll say something. Hi, I'm Sylvia from InterVarsity Christian Fellowship, and I served on the finance committee last semester, and I found it really, really interesting, and I enjoyed it so much that I want to be on the committee again. And it does take some time, so I'm committed to the time involved and the work involved. And I've been involved in InterVarsity for about 5 years now. So I've held all different positions, and I understand how clubs work. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go for one more, and who we have left is Amend and Caduceus, I believe.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Sophia.
Oh, awesome. Okay, it doesn't seem like my mic was working last time. I'm Sophia from the Caduceus Club. I'm the Vice President, ICC Rep and Event Coordinator. And I was actually on the committee last semester, and it was a good deal of work, but I really enjoyed it and would love to further help support PCC's clubs.
All right, thank you for that. So the way this is going to work, and I know this is a challenge for me as much as it is for you, but we're going to put the people that were just nominated in a breakout room, so they face their backs to everybody as we are voting, and they do not get to hear your vote as we are voting. And then we can go ahead and then start that process for each individual member. So I know it's a lot, but we'll get through it. I just want to make sure it's a fair process. I know in person we typically do this faster, but give me a moment here to create that breakout room, and we'll go ahead and move into voting. So let me go ahead and assign. So Caduceus Club, Catholic Student Fellowship. All right, so for the people that I just assigned, if you can go ahead and go into that breakout room, I will bring you back in a second as we're doing voting here. And then we'll go ahead and start that process. So again, I know this is a lot, but we'll get through it. I appreciate you all sticking around for that. Okay. So the way this is going to work is it's going to be like a yay, nay, yes, no kind of thing. If you do want them to be a committee, just say yes. If you do not, just unmute yourself and say no. And then we'll go ahead and move forward. I know we have more people than I would like to have, like, 4 committee members, but we'll go ahead and get this to work as we go along with that. So amend, it was nominated, so you're not part of this list. Active Minds, how do you vote? Do you want to elect Caduceus Club to be a part of the committee, yes or no?
Yay. Yes.
AGS,
Yes.
Armenian Students Association,
Yes.
CARP,
Yes.
Chinese Students and Scholars Association,
Yes.
Christians on Campus,
Yes.
Circle K International.
Yes. Also, I had a question. Are we only voting for 3 or are we voting for all of them?
We're voting for all of them. Well, in each individual, yeah.
Okay.
Club Italia,
Yes.
College Leap, College Leap, are you?
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's okay. Debating Society,
Yes.
Diakonos,
Yes.
First. First, are you there? Or are you gonna no vote? French Club? French Club? How do you vote? Green Lancer Club?
Yeah.
Hunting Hour?
The only person who I vote no again for is Miss Sophia, but every
Okay.
other club that wanted to do it, I have no problem with.
Okay. And actually, you actually pointed out maybe a more efficient way to do this, but we'll go along with it. Thank you for that, though, Macy.
Yeah, why don't you do all of them right now?
Yeah, Carrie, I figured that would be the way to do it. But we're gonna go ahead and blow past this one, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the other 3 columns as we go along. But International Christian Fellowship, I think. Okay, no, InterVarsity is in a breakout room, so this is a no vote. Japanese Social Club,
Yes.
Lancer Motorsports,
Yes.
Omicron Mu Delta,
Yes.
Pi Club,
Yes.
Pineapple Hospitality,
Yes.
Psychology Club, Puente Club,
Yes.
Queer Alliance,
Yes.
Registered Nursing Club,
Yes.
SACNUS,
Yes.
SHIP,
Yes.
Student SCTA,
Yes.
Third Wave, and Ujima, if you're around. I do not believe they are here.
Chris, I have a question. Simba has they weren't on your list.
Okay, I'll go ahead and talk to them after the meeting.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and zoom out here for a second, and let me just fill out these names so I have a record of that. So Caduceus, CSF, and then we'll go ahead and.
Sorry, Chris. I'm here now. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that my vote was counted. I'll vote yes on all the parties.
Okay, thank you. CSF, Serbia, ICF. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do this as Macy suggested. Thank you, Macy, again for that in one fall swoop. So let me go ahead and go back to first since they stated they want to vote yes for everybody. And then we'll go ahead and keep on going with this. So Active Minds, how do you vote for CSF? There are no wrong answers to this, so if you say yes or no, you're good. Active Minds, are you there? So we'll go ahead and do a no vote for them. AGS, how do you vote for CSF?
Yes.
For ICF, Inter-Varsity Christian Fellowship?
Yes.
Amend?
Yes.
And Third Wave?
Yes.
And Armenian Students Association, how do you vote for CSF?
Yes.
ICF, ICF? Amend? And third wave, are you still there? Okay, we'll go ahead and move on. CARP? How do you vote for CSF?
Yes.
For ICF?
Yes.
Amend?
Yes.
And third wave?
And yes.
Okay, Chinese Students and Scholars Association, CSF?
Yes.
For ICF?
Yes.
For Amend?
Yes.
And for third wave?
Yes.
And for Christians on campus?
Yes.
For ICF?
Yes.
For Amend?
Yes.
And for third wave?
Yes.
Okay, Circle K International?
No.
ICF?
For CSF, or I'll vote yes for ICF and third wave, and then no for CSF and A2 men.
Okay, thank you. Club Italia, how do you vote? For CSF?
Yes.
For ICF?
Yes.
For Amend?
No.
And for third wave?
Yes.
Okay, College Leap for CSF?
Yes for all of them.
Okay. Debating Society
Okay.
for CSF?
I'll vote yes for all of them also.
For all of them? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Diagnos? For
Hey,
CSF?
we'll do yes
Mhm.
for the first one.
Okay, for-
Yes, no, yes, no.
Okay, yes, no. Like that?
Yeah.
So to confirm Diagnosis vote is yes for Caduceus, yes for Varsity Christian, and yes for third wave, no to Amend, and no to CSF. So
Yeah.
French Club, are you still there? I know we couldn't hear you earlier. How do you vote for CSF? For ICF, are you still there? Okay. For Green Lancer, how do you vote for CSF?
Yes for all of them.
Okay. Haunting Hour, you said yes to the rest, or let me go ahead and confirm your vote for ICF. Haunting Hour, how do you vote for ICF?
Sorry, I'm having connection problems. For ICF was, I think yes.
Okay.
What? I'm sorry, I'm not good with the acronyms.
ICF is InterVarsity Christian Fellowship.
Yes, then.
Okay, and Amend?
Also yes.
And third wave?
Yes.
Okay, International Christian Fellowship? International Christian Fellowship, if you're
I think that one's in the breakout room.
No, InterVarsity is in the breakout room. International, I
Oh.
think maybe is with us, but we'll go ahead and International, if you're here, announce yourself, but I'll go ahead and put a no vote for you. Japanese Social Club?
Our decision is yes on all of them.
Yes, no.
Yes, yes on all of the candidates.
Okay, got it. And Lancer Motorsports?
I'll just go yes for all of them.
Okay. Omicron Mu Delta?
Yes for all of them.
Pi Club?
Yes for all of them.
Pineapple Hospitality?
Yes for all.
Psychology Club? If you're still there, Psychology Club?
Yes.
Okay, yes for which party? For Caduceus, CSF, ICF, Amend, third wave, all of them, or just some of them?
All of them.
Excuse me. This is the Japanese Social Club IC representative, and I said that we voted yes for all of them. Not there was
Okay.
no. Yeah.
Point Day Club?
Yes for all of them.
Queer Alliance?
Yes for all of them.
Registered Nursing Club?
Yes for everything.
And SACNUS?
Yes for all of them.
SHIP?
It's going to be the first two no's and the last two yes.
SCTA,
Yes for all, please.
and Ujima, if you're here still. I don't think they're with us today, but that's okay. So I'm gonna.
Chris,
Yes.
sorry, I was just, I meant Caduceus was already a yes, so I thought I had already voted. So I meant no for CSF and ICF.
And ICF, got it. Okay.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and work my Excel skills here to go ahead and determine the votes. Carrie, yes.
Chris, stop. I need you to mark Armenian Student Association, yes for everybody. And then third wave feminist votes yes for everybody.
Third wave votes yes for everybody.
Yes.
You went to the breakout room, Carrie?
Yeah, I did. I went to the breakout room.
Okay, thank you for that.
Sorry, I should just point out that those who the voting is about are not allowed to vote.
They can't vote for themselves?
No.
Oh, we used to let them vote for themselves. Okay, we'll take them back then.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some quick Excel work here. And then we'll go ahead and elect them.
Hey, Henry, don't they get to vote as members so they can vote for other people? Can they vote, or they can't just vote for themselves?
I think they can't vote on anything that directly affects, that is about them. And since this vote is done with all of them at the same time, I don't think they can vote.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
It's a little bit. It's a funny voting system the way that we have this set up. So I would say they probably can vote.
Yeah, I think we used to let them vote because they are representatives. So we didn't want to disenfranchise their vote because they're still representing a club.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the thing is, because it's a limit, since it's a limited number of positions, they're not necessarily voting yes or no on an individual. It's sort of voting right who goes to which position, since they're up for to be in that position to represent their club there. That's where it gets kind of complicated.
Bear with me here while I do the math, but we'll be done with this item shortly. Thank you for bearing.
I just have a question / comment. Could they vote for the other clubs and just abstain for themselves?
See, that's what I'm thinking, because I don't want to disenfranchise their vote for their clubs because they still have a right to be represented.
We can decide to do it that way, but my recommendation would be that that's technically against the rules, because of they're still realistically voting for a limited number of positions, one of which they're up to, right?
Okay, so I did the totals. So Carrie, are we counting the people that are in a breakout room or no? So I can revise the vote.
I'm going to say that they are a club, so they deserve to have, I don't want to disenfranchise their vote.
Okay.
So let's do this. I could read out, we could bring them back. I would not show the totals. Yeah, I don't think it's fair to show the totals. And I think it's fair to bring them back. You want me to bring them back, and then they can have their vote, they can cast their vote.
Give me a second. Let me clear this out, and you can bring them back. There you go.
Henry, is the concern that they can't vote? I still think they can vote for other clubs, but you're concerned that they can't vote for themselves.
They definitely shouldn't be able to vote for themselves.
Okay, but I do think that as a club, they can vote for other members, so we're not disenfranchising an entire club.
You can make that decision.
Okay, that's what I'm good with. Okay, so Chris, let's bring them back.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, I can't bring them back.
Oh,
I don't have that power. I can only join.
That's okay. I just closed it, so they should be back soon.
And thank you everyone for hanging out with this. I know
it's a process, but it's technically the law, so I have no choice.
Did you get Chris active mind? Their mic isn't working, but they vote yes for everybody.
I think for the people that I didn't hear back from, I just put a no vote and I didn't count that in the totals. So
Yeah, but if they're telling us now, can you go back and change it?
Simba, okay. Simba wasn't chartered, so we can't technically do that. Armenian Students Association, I just marked them. Let me scroll up.
And was Active Minds chartered?
Yes, they're chartered.
Okay, so they're just basically increase everyone's vote by one.
Okay, Active Mind votes. Okay, well, they're back, so I'm not going to say the vote, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that back in the totals as.
And then I just wanted to make sure that Catholic Student Fellowships was received. I sent it in through the school email, not my.
Sophia, hold on a sec. What we're going to do is we just decided you all can vote for you can give your votes now. You just do it verbally. So Chris will go through and ask, you just can't vote for yourself.
Okay, so we're gonna do this for the people that are coming back. So amend, how do you vote on Caduceus Club, CSF, ICF, amend third wave? Just tell me yes or no as I go through these columns here. Caduceus Club, amend?
I'm so sorry, Chris. Yes, could you repeat that? You want me to say what, sir?
Yeah, so just say yes or no as I'm going through each column here so I can record your vote. So how do you vote for Caduceus Club to be on the committee, yes or no?
Yes.
For CSF, Catholic Student Fellowship?
Yes.
For ICF?
Yes.
Okay. Amend, you can vote for yourself.
Yes.
No? Okay, third wave?
Yes.
Okay, same to you, Caduceus Club, as you're coming back. How do you vote on yourself?
Yes. Yes, for all of them.
Okay. Catholic Student Fellowship? Catholic Student Fellowship, how do you vote on each column here? Caduceus Club, yes or no?
Yeah, yes for all of them.
Okay. InterVarsity?
Yes, for all of them.
And Third Wave Feminist Club?
Yes, for all as well.
Okay. So I'm going to copy, paste this. I'm going to stop my share. You can talk amongst yourselves while I do the math here. I'll redo the math here and then I'll announce the results, okay? Okay, thank you for bearing with me there. So these are the results that I have. So for those of you who have voted, it looks like Third Wave will be on the committee, ICF, Amend, and Caduceus Club, because I'm setting a maximum cap at 4. So congratulations to those of you who have been elected. I'll go ahead and if you could please stick around after the meeting so I can go ahead and confirm your contact information so I can send you information about when those meetings are. We'll go ahead and do that. But I appreciate you all bearing with me here. Yeah, if I could go ahead and then entertain a motion to elect Caduceus Club, Varsity Christian Fellowship, amend, and Third Wave to ICC Funding Committee for spring 2021. Do I have a first for that, please?
I'll first.
Who is that? I'm sorry.
Caduceus Club, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a second for that?
Haunting
I'll
Hour will
second
second.
it.
Okay, Catholic Student Fellowship seconds and Haunting Hour thirds. All right, any opposed to that motion? Any abstentions? All right, thank you. So now we have people for our funding committee. So I know we are way over time here, so I'll go ahead and move on to the next items here, but I would like to go over it, but I know we do not exactly have the time to do that, but I'll go ahead and do that next meeting. But I'll send out these slides if you all want to go ahead and look at the links or the information for that, and we'll go to adjourn this meeting. So I was going to talk a little bit about funding and the procedures, but I left the link here in the slides if you want to go ahead and check out the flow chart that I had. We're going to be doing training this semester, as many of you have requested. And the schedule for that, this just links to the Google Calendar. You can go ahead and scroll through and look at the dates for that. And then we're going to be using LancerLife, and this is how that process looks like on LancerLife. If you want to go ahead and click through that image when I send it out on Monday. Constitutions, this is more of a Henry item, but a few clubs need to fix their constitutions. I'll be going ahead and sending Henry some information about that. So if your constitution is in question, he'll go ahead and reach out to you to go ahead and fix that information. But future agenda items and meeting dates, the next meeting date is March 12th. So we'll be skipping the next week, but we'll be having a meeting the week after. So with that said, I would like to go ahead and entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting at 1:20 p.m. February 26th. Do I have a first for that?
Haunting Hour will first.
Ship seconds.
Ship seconds. Okay, any opposed to that? Any abstentions? Okay, thank you. You are all dismissed. Thank you for going ahead and bearing with me while I did the voting process there today. But for those of you who are not on the list for attendance or chartering or either, and you have concerns, stay after. Carrie, I know you have to go, so you need to go. I'll take it from here. And for those of you who are on the funding committee, please stick around so I can capture your contact information. And I think those are all the people I need to stick around after. So, yes.
Hey, Chris, I'll just stay.
Oh, okay, no worries, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, so give me a moment here.
Thank you all for